Hi, everybody.
Hi.
I'm Alana.
And I'm Tamara.
And welcome to Podcast
Primas.
We do that again.
In this episode of Podcast Primas, we tried something completely different by playing the game We're Not Really Strangers. The game took us through a series of random personal questions and activities ranging from who was your first love and what was your biggest dream to making a surprise call to someone really special. There were some aha moments and lots of laughs as always. This episode definitely took us by surprise as we had no idea what was coming and we had a lot of fun doing it. Enjoy episode 9 of Podcast Primas. We're definitely not strangers.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Podcast Primas.
Welcome.
Bienvenidos. Bienvenidos.
Sí. Como mai.
Tonight we're going to be doing something a little different than we usually do. So shout out to Bianca, first of all, because Bianca is Alana's sister and my cousin. She left this game at my house the last time she came to visit. So we're going to use it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this game, but it's called We're Not Really Strangers. And it's basically questions that are placed in 3 different levels, 1, 2, 3, of how deep you want to get with the person asking personal questions. Mm-hmm. So we're going to start by pulling cards from level 1, and then we'll just go from there. So we're changing things up tonight, just doing a random asking each other questions that we have no idea what they're going to be. They're not previously selected. Mm-hmm. This is the deck right here. So we're just going to pull from it and see what happens.
It's kind of like one of those, you know,
the jack. Is that the Jack in the Box?
Yes.
I jumped.
I mean, that's
I
just
knew it was coming.
the vision that I had in my head.
Yeah.
You know,
That's, yeah.
okay.
That makes sense. Hopefully they don't scare me. All right. So we're just going to dive in. We're going to start with level 1 and move on down. And I'm going to start in the middle here and just grab a random question.
In level 1.
Level 1. Perception. Okay. This is a really interesting one because we've known each other our entire lives, but I'm going to frame this a little different than what it says. So the question is, what was your first impression of me? Now, Alana met me when I was very, very young, a baby.
Mm-hmm.
So we've come together at different times in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to let you choose a time that we came together in our lives and what was your first impression of that era that you're going to choose.
I have, okay.
Okay.
So this was an impression that you made.
Ooh.
I was living on Kauai.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my mid-20s. It was the first time I had seen you in quite a while.
Oh, God.
I think you were going through some stuff.
Yep.
And
I know what she's talking about.
and I
Dang it.
picked you up at the airport. And
I was going through a lot.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. And you had a velour Victoria's Secret's pink with like pink, like jumpsuit matching with
Nice.
like a big,
I don't remember my outfit.
like a big bow thing on your head. It was like a headband with like a bow.
Oh my gosh. How do you remember
Because
this?
it made an impression. You're asking what my first impression was, and this is my first impression. And I remember going like, and big, like,
That's a choice.
I was like, that's a choice. She's making a statement.
I
And
did
this is
like very loud clothing
Yes.
and things and accessories. Yeah.
Yes.
I was
And
that
this is
person.
in Lihui Airport on the small island of
I have
Hawaii.
arrived.
So you were incredibly overdressed for the occasion.
I came from Oahu, from partying on Oahu.
Yes, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. You did a lot of sleeping on that trip.
Good Lord, if that didn't ever come up on the podcast. Let me tell you how many times she's brought this up.
I did?
Yes.
That you slept on the trip on the podcast?
Yes.
I don't
no,
think.
not on the podcast.
Oh, I was going to say, I
but
don't
like
think we've
in
ever
life.
talked. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that was an impression,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, oh, and big ass hoops and big ass sunglasses that I like. I think I could only see your mouth between the bow, the jacket, the earrings, and the glasses. I was like, I think that's Tamara's mouth because clearly
It me.
So the first impression was like,
This is great.
I haven't seen you for a while. And I definitely see you now.
She looks like she should be on Jersey Shore.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. And I was like,
oh, yeah.
we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was her. That is where my Instagram name was birthed in that era of my life. Ticholita.
Yeah.
I was flashy. Yeah.
So that was impression.
Very good.
Yeah.
I love that that's what came to your mind. That's so funny. I don't remember my outfit that day, but I do remember those things. And I remember having the bow headbands.
Oh, yeah. It was
I
big.
liked wearing those when I taught Zumba.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm
Level
going to ask
1
you.
done? Let's
Dusted. 1 done and dusted.
Done and dusted.
Have you not heard that before?
No.
Oh, that is like a thing.
No.
Google it. It'll come up. Promise. It'll be like, okay. Tamara,
Yeah.
do you think I was popular in school? Explain.
I do, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
What grade are you thinking?
High school.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think, did you only go to Honoka'a for 1 year?
I went to Honoka'a for a semester.
Oh, so even more so, you made an impression.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So
I was like not popular at Honoka'a school
everyone knew who you were.
because I was Bianca's sister.
Possibly, but
Yeah.
either way, you were popular.
Okay, I'll let you speak.
I like
Speak.
So I used it. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
Alana Brennan's cousin.
Really?
I definitely used Bianca a lot more.
I was,
though.
yeah. Like that wouldn't get you very far.
Definitely used it a lot more.
Yeah.
But that was when you were already doing a lot of stuff for Billabong, so a lot of people knew who you were in different ways. Like
Okay.
it wasn't just like in school, but like they had seen you in surfing catalogs. Or I don't know if you call it catalog magazine.
Yeah,
Oh.
more of a magazine.
Right on.
Yeah,
You shop from a catalog.
it's true.
That's all right.
It's okay.
Billabong has catalogs.
They had catalogs, but
Okay.
usually the general public didn't see
Right.
them. Yeah.
Right. We did, and we framed them and kept them. So, but even when I went to your high school graduation,
Mm-hmm.
like people were talking about you in their speeches on stage.
What?
Yes. You don't remember this?
No. Who's talked about me in a speech
I
on
don't
stage?
remember their names, but I remember going to your high school graduation on Kauai, and people were talking about you in their speeches, and I was like, wow, Alana's really like well known. And I know you had like a really cute boyfriend, and like that was my impression
Okay.
at the time. And I'm 3 years younger than you. So I was like freshman when you graduated high school.
Okay.
And so I'm looking at you graduating high school going, wow, she really like, yeah. So yes, I think you
This
were
girl's
popular.
got her shit together.
Popular.
I don't remember who had a speech at my graduation that would have mentioned my name, but
It was a girl. Definitely one person, if not more.
okay, that's very nice.
It was a one girl.
All right, thanks for
I
reminding
remember
me.
because she said, Alana's the shit. And then she had to like, she covered her mouth.
That was my 8th grade graduation, not my high school graduation.
No. Are you
It was
serious?
Hannah Fergestrom in my 8th grade graduation from Mokuolani. It was a Christian
Wow.
school, and she said Alana's the shit on stage in front of all of parents at a very Christian school. Yes, I do remember that, and it was my 8th grade graduation, not my high school graduation.
Well,
I hope Hannah's doing well.
I'm off to a really good start. For the record,
But there were a lot
I
of
do not
speeches.
have the best memory.
Yeah, a little bit of a
So-
goldfish.
A little bit.
All right.
Well,
Well,
okay. Well,
don't ever let the truth get in the way of a good story. So some of that was accurate and some
I
of it
mean-
wasn't.
I think our family's pretty good at that.
I think a lot of people's families.
Okay, so I vote that we finish
Level 2.
level 1 right there and move on to level 2.
Benitos.
Right on. Okay.
Done and dusted.
Okay.
That's gonna stick like dust.
All right. Level 2, connection.
Ooh. Did we just get like
Kind of.
okay? You look excited.
What kind of?
Mhm.
What is your first love's name and the reason you fell in love with him or her?
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's funny because I know the answers to these, but it's good.
Okay. Oh, it's a tender spot in my heart.
I know.
I haven't been asked about this person in a really, really long time. His name is Jordy, and we were best friends
Yep.
and boyfriend and girlfriend. I think we started dating in far too young, really, but like Hawaii style. Like dated, like he was like my boyfriend from I
Mhm.
think 7th grade. We started being boyfriend and girlfriend.
Okay.
And then we went to the same school together in 8th grade, and we were together all of 8th grade. And the second part of the question is, why did I fall in love with him?
Yeah.
Because to this day, he's one of the best human beings I've ever known in my entire life. And probably up until my current partner now, the best partner I ever had, even though I was 7th and 8th
Yeah.
grade. This man,
He was
boy,
a sweetie.
he knew how to
Mhm.
be a friend. He knew how to be a boyfriend. He knew how to be so many things I did not know how to be
Yeah.
at that time in my life.
Mhm.
He was far wiser and far more mature than I was, and he really loved me, and I really loved him
Mhm.
as much as I could
Yeah.
at that time in my life. I was just a baby, and I wasn't where he was
Mhm.
maturity wise.
Yeah.
And that's okay. But I've not seen him or spoken to him in a very, very, very long time.
Mhm.
But he's married and has 2 girls, and then his
Yeah.
wife is gorgeous and lovely and surfs and is like active and creative and like totally they seem great. So I'm
Good.
incredibly happy for them.
Mhm.
But yes, Jordy was he's
Yeah.
I think your first love always has
Yeah.
that little like he's just a warm and fuzzy spot in my heart. I don't
For
have
sure.
anything I have no bad memory of him. Like not one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yay. I have really great memories of him as well. I was really young, but he was always really, really sweet to me. And I hung out with the 2 of you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we remained friends for quite a while, and then life just went in different directions. But yeah.
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 Sweet.
He was and is a lovely, lovely man, human.
What a great person to be your first.
Yes.
Mhm.
God knows what happened after that. For a little while.
Some lessons needed to be learned
Yeah.
again and again.
Moving
Tis
on.
all right.
Yeah.
Another discussion for another
All right.
time.
All right. Oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Level 2 is what were we doing on level 1? It's like,
What is your favorite color?
it's like, okay. If you could have it your way,
Mm-hmm.
who would you be with?
Mm.
Where would you be? And what would you be doing?
Oh, that is a good question.
It's a good question because you're single.
Oh, I didn't even think of that as like a partner. I thought of it like anyone in the world,
Oh, great. That's
like a friend
oh
or
yeah,
family
yeah.
member.
Okay,
or
okay. Great.
Just because I was talking to her today and we
Mm.
were kind of fantasizing about a vacation.
Mm.
Kara.
Yeah.
My best friend Kara.
Wouldn't I guess that?
Listen. My best friend and I have a long distance relationship, and it is a special friendship. I've been friends with her since I was 16, and she's been through all of it with me. And there's a different sense of home that I have with her than I have with anybody, really.
Mm.
And today we were talking about it, and she has a daughter, and our lives are always so crazy. And the only time we get to really see each other is mostly when I visit home and once in a great while when she comes here. But we've always fantasized about traveling together. We just never like have. And today we were talking about how much we wanted to go to New Zealand together. And we started talking about how we'd travel the different parts of New Zealand and how cool it is that it's also like island life and like thick in culture the way we experienced growing up in Hawaii, but that they have like extreme cold and like the island itself is much bigger and there's just a lot more to explore and discover. And I know you've been there before, right?
Yeah, been there many times. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely top on my list. And we were just kind of fantasizing today. So that's why I say that, because it's so fresh in the mind. We were talking about it today. How funny. Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah.
I love New Zealand.
New Zealand. I want to go there and find my husband. I'm going to be.
You are going
honest.
to be doing this.
I know. Trust me.
Like you'll be like Garth and Wayne. We're like swing, 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 swing. Like for sure. You're gonna be like right up your alley.
Alana knows my type. Oh, I need to go to New Zealand.
I'll go with you. I love New Zealand.
Oh,
Me and Pat were in New Zealand together.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
More than once, possibly, but definitely once. Yeah.
I just love a really like handsome, cultured brown boy. I just really do. It's my type. Tattoos.
Lots of tattoos.
Oh man.
You would go to
muscles.
Go to any type of field.
Yeah.
Like where like there's like a park and you will see men playing like footy in shorts.
Is that rugby?
Rugby.
Yes. Oh, I love rugby. Genuinely,
it's a great game. I actually really enjoy rugby.
I perv out big time, but I love a rugby game. Let me tell you.
Love it.
Love the short shorts, thick thighs,
fitted t-shirts, but colored t-shirts.
And they're big boys.
They're big, strong boys. All right.
Lift me up with your pinky.
There's a lot more to New Zealand than big, strong boys. But yes.
I mean,
you'd love it.
It's primary reason. No, just kidding.
It's
all of it. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
For sure. Oh
God.
Interesting.
Okay.
All right. What is a dream you've let go of?
I don't know if this is, well, I guess I can make it whatever I want to make it. When I was younger, my dream was to be a professional surfer and travel the world surfing. And I got to do that. After that, my only very, very clear dream at that time in my life was to have a family. And so the dream that I had was to, and by no means am I saying like, this is sad that I don't have it, so please don't take it that way. But the biggest dream that I had apart from that in my life. And there are other dreams that I have and other things that, are working towards and passion, things like that. But the other biggest dream that like when you're younger and you just like, this is my dream and I cannot wait for this to happen.
Right.
And I was that girl that would be like, I want the wedding and I want the marriage and I want to have 3 kids and I want that dream. And that was a really, really big one of mine. That I had to let go of. For lots of different reasons.
Right.
It doesn't, I think for a while it did make me sad. Because you just kind of go, this is what I should be doing with my life. And it like, I remember just wanting to be a mom so bad and like totally being okay with like doing a job that I liked enough, but like to have my family, like that was my joy. That was what I was looking forward to the most. And that just it's not in the cards for me. So I've had to let that go. And it was hard to, for a really long time. Like it would make me really sad for a while to be like,
fair.
I'm trying, I've tried. It's not for lack of trying, but it was, definitely really sad for me to let that dream go and go, well, this is just not what's meant for me. And
Yeah.
it's feels like I'm trying to force this to happen, and it's not. And
Yeah.
I've had to let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's okay.
That sort of thing is so hard because
Mhm.
no matter, it's not like a degree that you can work towards and accomplish one day and walk to graduation
Mhm.
or work up to a promotion at work. Like, no
Mhm.
matter how hard you work at something like that,
Mhm.
it's at the end of the day kind of out of your control. Like,
Mhm.
you can do the best that you can and just,
I mean, to a certain extent, there was a lot that was in my control, and I just made poor choices, really. And so it was a bit in my control, but I did what I did at the time and where I
yeah.
was in the time of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, I would, if that was still something that I wanted,
Yeah.
then I would choose a lot more wisely.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm 37 and have a very full life, and
Yeah.
the thought of having more children right now is not one that is exciting to me.
Yeah.
So,
I get that.
and after getting divorced and the trauma that has on you,
Yeah.
and what you learn from, I think, just life in relationships of, I don't know that that's necessarily a dream of mine, or, I'm not saying I'll never get married again. I'm
Mm-hmm.
also not saying that I will get, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But it's not, those two things are no longer the big dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. All right. There you go.
My dad had a request for this episode to be happier than
Killing it.
the last
Killing
two.
it. We're nailing
I'm
it.
being honest, and those are my honest answers.
And that's what we vowed to do with this, is
Yeah.
just to be honest, to tell our real stories and
Yeah.
to be honest with our feelings and our journey and
Yeah.
our healing.
And it's not sad because, like,
it's not.
I'm
It's
happy.
your truth.
Yeah, I'm happy with
Truth
life
doesn't have
right
to be
now.
sad.
I'm happy in a
Yeah.
really wonderful relationship.
Mhm.
I'm happy with the child
Mhm.
of, like, she's the fucking most amazing thing. Like,
She's pretty great.
I
She's
am
pretty
very
great, guys.
full and very happy with what I
Mhm.
currently have.
Yeah.
So I have let it go, and I am, so
Yeah.
I don't want that to be a sad story. But yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
We good.
We good,
Just,
folks.
yeah. Trying to keep it happy for you.
Oh God.
It was just the first question that made me laugh.
Oh, there's more than one
There's
question.
2 questions.
Great.
What's your mother's name? And the most beautiful thing about her?
Wow. Okay. My mother's name is Carolina. She is the only one out of all her sisters that isn't
not a
named Maria
I know.
first.
Mhm.
There are 4 girls, dear Lord. Maria Teresa, Maria Cecilia,
Mhm.
Carolina,
Mhm.
and Maria Francisca.
Mhm.
She's the only one.
No Mary for her.
No Mary for her.
I love how funny you think I am.
Oh, que gringa, Mary. You're a freaking Mary.
Oh my goodness. She's
the most beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing about my mom is how much she enjoys making other people happy. Like, when she's in that space and she's cooking for you, or she's planning an event, or
definitely cooking.
Cooking's huge. If she's cooking for a party or cooking for someone's birthday, or she really puts a lot of love into her food and loves feeding people, and she loves just, like, when she's in that space of being in service to someone, she really loves making someone happy.
Hosting. She does love to be like a.
She loves
Yeah.
to be the host.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Come and stay at my house and let me cook for
Yes,
you,
yeah.
and I'll make your bed, and I'll give you chocolates
Yes.
at night, and turn down your bed, and in the morning, like she's very much.
Well, and that's how I grew up. So I kind of had an unrealistic expectation of people around me. It was the first time I realized that that my mom was exceptional at taking care of me was the first time I got sick living with my first boyfriend.
Mhm.
And I remember him being like borderline rude to me. And like I
Cough on
remember
your
like
face.
yeah, like I remember falling falling asleep on the couch and them making so much noise when they came in. Like there was just like no consideration. And that moment I kind of was like, you mean not everyone's going to take care of me the way my mom did? And especially when I was sick. Oh my God. When I was younger, okay, this is borderline embarrassing. But when I was younger, my my
This is gonna be
mom,
good, I can
no,
tell.
it's not like that good, but my mom gave me a bell when I was sick. Come on, I don't act like a bell person though. Do I? Do I act like a bell person? Don't lie. Do I act like a bell person?
No.
Oh God. I mean, if I do, you can be honest with me. We can work on it.
No.
But
You
like,
don't act like a. It's a funny visual.
yeah. Well, our house in Canyon Country was 2-story. So if like I was home sick, she was working downstairs in her office, and if she couldn't hear me if I needed something, like she wanted me to stay in bed if I was sick, and I would ring it if I needed something. But it was never in like a
Well, that's what I mean. I guess it's more polite than like, you know.
no, yeah, no. It wasn't. It was it was always just like mommy, like
Mama.
yeah. But like those moments, like when I was a kid and she took care of me, like she really took care of me. Like we really had quality time and she really took care of me. And that was a really beautiful part of my childhood anyway. So are we moving on to level 3?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure. Ah, this one's also an activity thing.
Just passing.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Moving on. I didn't realize there were so many.
We don't have a lot of room for activities.
No.
I don't know if anyone else thinks I'm as funny as she is. If you didn't laugh at that, that's okay. She's doing it for everybody.
I think Alana's hilarious. But we're going to take a little side note. Fun fact. So my dad used to call Alana Flaca Loca. That was his nickname for her because she was...
And it caught on like wildfire.
Because she was always making everyone laugh. Always. It was always
It was
her
the
thing.
trauma. No, I'm just kidding. This is a happy episode.
This is a happy episode. Genuinely, she's always, and since I was a kid, she's made me belly laugh. Always. It's never stopped my entire life. Alana has always made me laugh so hard. And she always says this. She's like, no one thinks I'm as funny as you do. And I'm like, how? Literally how? I think she's hilarious. The other night we were having a conversation about the podcast and she paused the podcast to tell me, or paused the conversation. I'm not going to tell the joke. She paused the conversation to tell me a joke and I started crying. I was laughing so hard. And then we had to get back to talking about podcast stuff and I just like couldn't do it.
It was a good one. I stole the joke from someone else. I saw it and I was like, this is a banger. And it was so good. Okay.
I don't know. You might have an answer for this. I don't know if I want it.
Oh, okay.
What is one thing you think I can do that would dramatically improve my life?
You're like, I don't want to hear it right
now. I don't know that I want to hear this, but this is what we came for. It's all right. Just say it. Let's rip the Band-Aid. Let's do it. I'm ready.
Time management.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's always been a bit of a downfall for me. And by a bit, I mean a lot. So, yeah.
I think that would
Mm-hmm.
probably make things a bit different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
All right.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay.
Pick a card.
Here we go. How do our personalities complement each other?
So much. We're so different, but
So
really
the same.
alike. Yeah. There's so many things about us that are yin and yang, where we kind of fit and hug each other in that sense. And then there are a lot of things that we are definitely the same. I think what's fun that are the same with you and I are the things we enjoy doing. We enjoy doing the same things, like for the most part.
For the most part,
I don't surf, she surfs. We work out a little differently. But other than that, like, we love the same music. We love to go dancing. We love to be outside. We love to be around people. And then we also like to be like recluse and secluded when we want to be.
Yeah.
We love the same kinds of food.
I think like at the core of us, we both really enjoy, and not, I mean, this isn't exclusive to you and I know the people we surround ourselves with also feel this way, but I think it's definitely a deeper connection that we have is that we like to connect deep with people.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think you and I, it's either we're having fun and we're doing something fun or we're talking about something that I think matters.
Yeah.
There's very little like the weather's, how's the weather? And like, even not that that's like not an important topic. The weather is incredibly important, but like there's no like filler. And you know, I think some people, even when they become close, dependent on their personality types, they don't have hard conversations or they don't have really deep and meaningful conversations, and they don't let their vulnerability show even with the people they're closest to. And I think you and I have that in common of like, I want to see your vulnerability,
and we have,
and I want to know what your pain is. I want to know what your joy is. I want to be there for the things that really matter and be cheering you on or a shoulder to cry, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But I think like all the really deep, important stuff on both levels of light, dark, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
I think that's, you and I can't do fake very well.
No. Cannot. No idea how many memes I get from my friends of like, this is your face in front of people, like scowling. I'm like, yeah, can't hide it. I can't hide it. You help me sort out my brain. That's like a really helpful trait that you have. You have a much more like organized, filed out ABC. This is a list brain. And you're very creative. That's goes without saying, but you have that part of you that I don't really. So for me, just speaking for myself, you help me kind of pin things up when they need to be pinned up, discussed, organized, and let go when they need to. Like when I'm having hard conversations with you, we're able to kind of break it down, organize it, and like feel good about it.
Archive this folder or save it into the Dropbox.
There you go.
You know,
that's the one. That's you. Dropbox Alana.
Gotta love Dropbox.
No. Is there a feeling you miss?
As in a feeling that I don't presently have in my life right now, is what it's
that's what
implying.
It's implying. Maybe not as much of.
Yes. Something just came very clear. One of my biggest struggles with living in the desert is you would think that you'd be outside. It's the lack of time outside. It's the lack of time in nature.
Yeah.
Like in Hawaii, even if you're working as much as I'm working, you know, the houses are built to be outside, inside living. A lot of people don't have blinds on their windows. You're looking outside. Everything has a view. You're looking at the ocean. If you're driving, you're passing by something. And here I see the mountains when I'm driving, but I'm in nature the most when I'm driving in my car.
Right.
Because in the summer, it's too freaking hot to hang out outside because we get 110 to 120 degree days consistently. Yeah. And then in the wintertime, unless you're kind of used to the cold, it's cold outside, but not even that, because now that I can handle being outside in the cold. It gets dark at 5 o'clock.
Yeah. So once you're out of work.
So once I'm done with work, it's dark. So it's not even necessarily the cold. I actually feel like I could bundle up and go outside and enjoy being outside. It just gets dark. So I really miss the feeling that I used to get much more consistently with deeply connecting to nature. I don't have that as much living in California as a whole. Yeah. But I think that's why I really love escaping on the weekends. And that's why I have a really hard time on the weekends when people go, I just stayed home and like relaxed. Yeah. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but I am like, no, I want to go do something outside. Yeah. I need to go to a park. I need to go to the beach. We're going to go to Big Bear this week. Like I need to go do something outside because I'm in an office all day, every day. I wake up in the morning, drop her off at school, go sit in an office. I get out the office and the sun goes down and then I come home, I need to have that nature time. And I get a lot more of that, obviously, living in Hawaii. Yeah. So I truly miss my conversations and alone time in nature. I don't get it as much as I would like, and don't know that I have the one-on-one just like meditative time. And I do get it every so often, and when I do, it's like it's magical. Yeah. I love that feeling, and that's what I miss.
Yeah. Yeah. I understand. Good answer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Wild card. Oh my God.
What is it?
We need to do this. I want you to do this.
Okay.
We need to do
really?
this.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's an activity, but it's a fun one.
Is it a physical activity?
Call someone you admire and tell them why you appreciate them. Put on speakerphone and then hang up. Just be like, you need to just be like, this is what we're doing. I need to just tell you what I appreciate about you, and then hang up.
My phone is.
I don't have Kara's number in here. I'm sorry. But you can choose from a lot of other people.
Okay, hold please. We'll see if they answer.
Dang.
Okay, we'll leave her a message.
Give me a text and I'll get back to you.
This is Tamara calling from Alana's phone.
Hello.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up. One for more options.
Hello, Bianca Brennan, Lindsay.
Wow.
Whoa. Gosh, that was close.
Okay.
This is Tamara calling on Alana's phone, and we are recording an episode of the podcast right now, and we actually are playing the card game that you left. We're not really strangers for the episode, which is kind of cool. And I got a wild card, and the wild card is telling me to call someone that I admire and tell them why I appreciate them, and to put on speakerphone. Well, you didn't answer, but I'm going to leave you a voice message on the podcast episode of why I admire you. I admire you so much for your strength, your willingness to understand, your ability to always be my safe space. You're always such a huge hug to my soul when I need it. No questions asked. And I love you for that. And no matter what's going on in your life, you always ask me what's going on in mine first. And I just love you. I love you so freaking much. The end. Goodbye. Hang up. That was part of the.
Oh, I added that part.
Oh. I know. I was just reading it. I was like, where does it say hang
I
up?
just thought if they started chattering, that's why I was like,
Oh.
okay, I gotta go now. Bye. Oh, that was beautiful. I got a little teary eyed.
Oh, yeah.
That was
I know. I
very
was thinking to
nice.
myself, I was like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't
No.
cry.
No. Oh yeah. You gotta like take that like inhale, like draw back the tears. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
Bianca's sister. She's a real one.
Honestly,
Mhm.
no one on this planet can ground me the way that she does.
Mhm.
She's an incredible human being.
Mhm.
And we've talked about bringing her on the podcast, and
Mhm.
we will in the future at some
Mhm.
point.
Well, she had her
but-
little if I could give myself
her
one piece
little-
of advice.
Yes,
there was
she was on there.
a little bit.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
we want to end on that?
I think that's a good place to end.
That's a good place to
Yeah,
end.
that's a great place to end.
All right. But before we go,
Oh, I was going to say, hang on. I'm going to set it.
knock knock.
No. Who's there?
Yodelehi.
Yodelehi. Well,
Right.
interesting game. It
Yeah.
also surprised me in the sense it wasn't really what I thought it was going to be. Not that it was a bad.
No, I
thing
think
in
we're
any
supposed to
way.
like get through all of one, all of two,
Well,
and
the
then all of
rules
three.
did say 15 cards each. You're supposed to do 15 cards for
Ain't
level
nobody
one.
got time for
You know
that.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying?
I'm saying.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying.
You know what I'm saying? Cheer. You're not a man. You're incredible. On that note,
Good night, and we bid you adieu.
oh,
What is the
man.
dumbest but funniest joke that you can think of? Share it
Share it
with
Message
someone.
us. No, we
Just
want to
share
know.
it. I want to
Tell
know
us.
too. Yeah.
No,
Tell
we
us.
want to know.
Only tell us.
Bye.
Like, subscribe, follow, sing, dance, scream, jump, whatever. Just like, I love that.